something Jake and I talk about a lot is that when you're building companies, there's different people for different stages. So the person that gets you from 0 to 1 may not be the person that gets you from 1 to 10 and 10 to 25. But you happen to be a founder CEO that was the 0 to 25, which is incredible. So I'd be curious how your role as the CEO changed over the course of your time with Granicus, over the 15-year tenure you had there.
Yeah, it's such a good question. It's such a smart insight too. So the fact that you guys are talking about it, yeah, it's awesome. I think a lot of people make this mistake in their hiring is they're like, oh, this person's great. You know, they were great in their last job, but that was, you know, I always use Oracle. You know, that was at Oracle where like, especially if I think about salespeople, like you have like a team of 8 people that do all the work for you, right? Like, you know, oh, where's my RFP writer? Where's my BDR? Where's my, you know, competitive research guy? Where's my demo, my sales engineer? And you hire that person into a startup as sales rep number 1, and like, they're just going to fall on their face, right? It's just like, oh, wait, you want me to do all that? Oh, and build all the process that was already there when I got there. And not to say that Oracle sales rep isn't incredible. Like these people are making like $1 million plus salaries and bringing in $20-30 million in revenue. But it's just, I think you're right. It's a very different role. So to answer your question about like my journey and how it scaled, you know, I started out, well, first of all, I think I want to say like I had 2 incredible founders, Javier Muniz and Emery Jones. And the 3 of us had very different skill sets. Emery was finance and operations and just the kindest, most humble person in the world, and just gave so much care to our customers, but took care of like, you know, all of the like back office stuff that for me, like I would just like procrastinate on forever. And then Javier did all the tech. You know, he built the infrastructure, built the software, did all of that stuff. And I was really the sales, marketing, you know, kind of the inspirational energy, spoke at all the conferences, kind of some of the roadmap. Javier and I really collaborated on where the product would go from there. And so that was my initial role. And I remember, you know, days where all I would do is put my head down and just work on sales. You know, I would say like, we're out of money. I'm not going to get paid unless I close a deal. So I'm basically on a no salary comp plan. And so it's like, just go close deals. And that's all I'm doing is being the sales rep. No process really built because we didn't need to scale anything. And then we started to get this momentum, and it's like, okay, I've got to hire some people. And, you know, finding people as a CEO that fit well with you, I think is step number 1 is have real honesty with yourself, like what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then hire people that support, you know, fit well with you. So support your weaknesses, most importantly. And so I ended up hiring a lot of people who were very detail oriented, very process driven, like to build systems, because like, I just never took the time to do that. Like I'm the big picture guy that's always like, oh, if we go over there and we do this, this is going to be a great market and we can win. And then I could sell the customers on that. But to scale the business, I really hired a lot of people that knew how to kind of scale. And I think, this is a long-winded way to answer your question, I think the hardest job I've ever seen anyone have to do is come in and be the individual contributor in a team, become the team lead when you hire the second person, and then be hiring additional team members as the lead and building the infrastructure behind it, right? And in these early stage startups, you have to do that in every single department. Is like, okay, I got to go do the job. Now I earned the right to be the department head, whether you want to call that a VP or a director or a manager or a team lead. And now I got to build all the process. I got to hire the team. I got to train them. I got to get them aligned. And I would say that I see, you know, 25%, maybe 30% of people who are good enough in their job as individual contributors to get that opportunity, able to successfully do it. And I was fortunate to have a handful of those people. Sharif Agib, who's our CEO at Primegov now, on the operations side, did that. Charles Blanchet, my old VP of sales, did it on the sales side. And those are just 2 great examples of people that I've seen do it. And now, you know, they're kind of writing their own tickets and they can do whatever they want and be CEOs and you know, head of sales at awesome companies. So I think that's a huge challenge in terms of the scale piece.